Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Blade and Soul. I'm your host, Dark Side, and today we are going to get into some more of this Yunkai skeleton crew place that we're in and turn in some quests. At the same time, we're probably going to talk. We're going to talk to something that's currently going on because there's a lot of MMOs coming out. Quite a few MMOs that are currently being shipped, and all roughly within the same window. There's a lot of anticipated ones this year as well. Lost Ark Online for overseas. We're not getting it here in the North America, but not to mention Black Desert, and then Blade and Soul finally reaching the U.S. shores after 5 years of waiting. Quite a bit going on there. Now, I recently was online and I'm starting to see quite a few videos comparing what should you play, comparing the games, you know, Black Desert Online to Blade and Soul, and you know, even comparisons to old Guild Wars. And I make those comparisons a lot in the course of my videos. I have no problem with people making comparisons to the games in order to illustrate points. The problem that I have is when you don't fucking play a game and start making comparisons to it. For instance, I was recently watching a video with GOH Gamers, and he was comparing Black Desert Online to Guild Wars. He did his video about 2 weeks ago, and I was watching it, and it irked the shit out of me. And the reason it irked the shit out of me is not because he had an opinion, not because he was biased or anything like that, but it was because you could tell from the video that he clearly had not played the game. I don't expect that he would have played the game other than probably CBT1. I can't imagine that he has, because I can't imagine someone paid, got in free or otherwise, or paid the $99 and talked so badly about a game that you did not even understand the story. For instance, he broke down the story into basically, oh shit, where did that dude come from? This man was like on top of me. Oh, dual tag team my ass, trying to fuck me up. Where you just totally misread the story and the lack of content or whatever and what's going on. Like, I'm talking about, like, it pissed me off so much because, like I said, not that he had an opinion. You know, there's going to be people that prefer Black Desert Online, and there's going to be people that prefer Blade and Soul. The same way there's going to be people that prefer still sticking around with Guild Wars and going with them content that they have out in Heart of Flames. Everybody's going to like what... Beat me up some, dude. Holy shit. Oh! This motherfucker about to kill me. Woo! Yo, I got lucky there.
You have acquired a new quest item.
Let me sit my happy ass down and keep this fucking, what's it called? So it's not the problem that, you know, you compare videos, because comparisons are always going to meet. That's fair opinion for people to make them. But when you do so, shit, bro, come on.
Please try again later.
That was a bad place to, Damn, missed it. Oh, he was stunned. I couldn't even see it on my screen. Comparisons are going to always be made, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like I said, make the comparisons. Comparisons should be made in games. That's how games get better, in my opinion, is when developers have something to compare themselves to, or to try to, you know, get better from, or, you know, when they start sharing ideas specifically for games in order to make them better. Like, for instance, Black Desert Online and these action-oriented combat systems, they are big, you know, it's pretty much Elder Scrolls, but, you know, MMO version and form and everything like that. Elder Scrolls Online, to me, just really failed in that regard, but, you know, that's a matter of opinion. There's a lot of people that love Elder Scrolls Online. I was in it when Alpha and Beta was going on, and I just didn't stick around with it because I just didn't like it. I didn't like the feel that I couldn't choose the class that I wanted to play, or the type of character I wanted to play, as was promised. But, so let's look at some of the points that came up inside this video. There's one thing here that you're not going to be able to deny, and if you're going to try to deny it to me, you're a fucking idiot, and please, just don't you ever make a comparison. Is graphics. Black Desert Online graphics is probably going to be considered the pinnacle of graphics in, you know, the current in the genre. The graphics on there are just simply amazing. They're ridiculously well refined. Even if you talked about like, you know, one thing I talked about when we did character creation in here was deviation, meaning, you know, how much standard deviation was there in order for you to make the character look unique and different from, you know, other characters and so forth. Okay, so if you're gonna tell me, with all the videos floating around and people recreating people's faces, like famous people and stuff like that, with the Black Desert character creation that is so basic and everybody looks the same, you're a fucking idiot. Shut up. Go somewhere. You're obviously a fanboy and that's it. Now, that's not to say that you can't compare art styles and so forth, and you can't say, well, look, Kim has a different art style. I can't say the dude's full name, right? So Kim has a different art style than the creators of Black Desert Online, and he had a different thing.
You're no match for me.
But oh no, don't jump on top of me. I love seeing the Kung Fu guys jump on top of me. It's funny to tell. Just because I love the characters being able to do the same skills that I'm able to do. That's just fucking ruthless to me. I'm gonna sit down and eat a dumpling real quick though. I'm low health over here. About that straight jab regeneration. I need to use my freaking rising kick more, but I'm so enamored with the smite that I use that instead. That and the hellfire kick. So comparisons there. They're different art styles. The now, when we talk about art styles, that doesn't eliminate the fact that, you know, the graphics on Blade and Soul, you know, are old. Now I'm pretty sure when at the time, if we would, oh no, what happened? I thought I countered that. Now that doesn't mean at the time that was late. Like we got to remember in the U.S. that Blade and Soul is pretty old in terms of MMORPGs. At least, you know, it's old. It's like 4 or 5 years old now. So, but that doesn't mean that, you know, like the graphics still, the fidelity of the graphics, you know, aren't a different place. You know, as far as, you know, there's trees on the ground, and I can look at those trees and I can tell the distinguishing differences between trees in here and trees in Black Desert Online. It is what it is. Doesn't make the game any worse for wear, but these are obviously dated graphics. Does it look good for the style and representation in which the developers are probably trying to go for? Yes, it looks good. I like the way the anime effects look and so forth like that. So then we got to look at things like story. Let's not be assholes here. Okay, every MMORPG, and I've said this a number of times, MMORPG stories always, in my opinion, tend to suck, because all they really do is meant to get a character from place to place and interact with different environments and learn different skills. You rarely find that stories go much beyond that. It's really nice when you do have MMOs that do take the time to try to explain stories. So one of Gall Gamer's things here was Black Desert Online story was so weak, and it basically boiled down to faction versus faction. You got two factions and you're a player who is in the midst of these two factions. No, you fucking idiot. This is what I mean. I don't care about comparisons. Make comparisons. Comparisons are fine. But when you clearly have not fucking played the game enough to understand the difference in the story, I mean, you could get more out of the story in just relation to the fact that you understand. This area is the same as that other area we went to, is it? I'm trying to tell if it's the same as when we first came to Firestone Canyons, or did I go somewhere different now? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, so we're going back to the Great Kiln. I was like, yo, this area looks mad familiar. Blade and Soul's story is an anime. It is. And when you start playing it from an anime perspective and you just take it as lighthearted story fare, it is what it is. It's good on its own merits for that. Am I interested in the story? No, because it's kind of repetitive. Like I said, every area that I go to and every new area, someone's sick, I go gain something for them, and that's it. Now, the story's interesting in the fact that, you know, I like the martial arts aspect of the story, where we're talking about, you know, I'm trying to basically, you know, heal this dark chi inside of me and become this strong warrior in order to stop this evil force that's coming to attack the martial arts empire, or the world, however you tend to look at it.
Well, none of my...
Is it
Remember
a bad
Master Hong's
story?
teachings,
No. Are
compassion,
some of the
justice,
characters, like,
acting selflessly. If you take out Yonkai, you're going against all of that. We need to keep focused on the crest.
Okay.
You did? Why didn't you say so in the first place? Now we'll save Sandstone Refuge for sure. Go back to Yunwa at the moment.
Now, the story in of itself isn't necessarily what was bad about this game. As you guys heard me complain numerous times, that's not what held the game back for me, or is holding the game back for me. What held the game back for me was the fucking voice acting. I want the Japanese language pack, but I'm afraid to institute the Japanese language pack because that's considered a mod, and that means that I could possibly be banned for using it. It's the voice acting. Voice acting is meant in order for the game to, you know, it's supposed to give you some feel towards the story. And I've been watching anime for something like 20 plus years, since I was like 8-9 years old, back with Dragon Ball Z and all these other animes, Yu Yu Hakusho and things like that before it. But when you have a game, you're literally talking about, and you have voice acting in game, the game should enamor you to the story and enamor you to the characters. When a line is read as if though it was just a line read, then it doesn't really immerse you in the story. There's no immersion in this story for me. That's the problem with that I have with Blade & Soul's story. It's not necessarily, like I said, the narrative of the story. It's the narrative is just fine to me. I get the story, I get the telling, I get the understanding of what we're doing with these characters and what they are. Have I been enamored to any other character as much as I have Soha, for instance? I think she's a really interesting character. I love her. I don't know if I love her more because she reminds me of Stark from Bleach, but I like her character quite a bit. They're quite Hanjun. I liked his character quite a bit. I was pissed off that they killed him, and I mean I saw it coming, but you know, still pissed off about it. Hanjun was the little Lin that was training us in the beginning, and I thought he was a pretty cool character. I really liked him. I thought he was cool anyway. I don't know how you guys felt about it. So story, when we go to that, story's gonna appeal to who it appeals to, and it's the same thing as if though, you know, you read a book and 20 some odd other people are gonna have a different view on that book and exactly how it was put off. It's up to you. It's up to you on a story narrative. That is an opinion thing. Neither one of their stories are bad. I like Black Desert Online story because it reminds me of Full Metal Alchemist, or Brotherhood, or however you want to refer to it. In essence, when I'm talking about that, is I'm talking about, like, you know, it's not two warring factions. That's just fucking asinine and stupid. What it is you have a character whose memory has been stolen from him by this, what I'm calling the homunculus, or this black spirit in the game. Basically, you made a contract with the black spirit, and you're basically navigating this world in order to recover his art. I gotta fight this motherfucker? How you wanna fight me? Can I do it in the house? Yep, you're gonna let me do it in the house. Oh shit. It's gonna blow up. There you go. Okay, it blew up. So there's more to the story there. What I really like about the about Black Desert Online, and clearly was missed by Gall Gamers, is the immersion for the story detail. For instance, as I run through the world, I collect knowledge about the world, and knowledge about characters, and knowledge about various stories that doesn't relate to the factional PvP guild system. Every character is immersed in the world with a day and night system, and they're immersed in the world through their own works that they're operating with, and, you know, trade systems and so forth. Those are the characters that you immerse yourself into. In Blade & Soul, other than the main story, there is no immersion there for the characters, not in my opinion. There's no character development for anybody that's not related to the main story. You know, it's a different, robust system. Then we're talking about combat, and combat is something of a fuzzy area for me, not for any complaints on any one of them. I love the combat in both of them, but to call either one of them through the entry is just silly to me. Very silly to me. When we look at Blade & Soul's combat system, we still rely on the standard hot skill system. Why is he running into the gun? Oh, he's got a gun. I didn't even see him have a gun in the first place. We're still looking at a typical hot skill tree. that's related to both systems. Both of them have hotkeyed. Why do I keep missing that? That counter, that floor counter, is what I'm somehow missing it. They both relate to hotkeyed systems, meaning like all your skills are tied to your hotbar, meaning 1 skill, 2 skill, 3 skill, 4 skill, 5 skill. And if you need to look any further than the build guides and so forth like that, for Blade and Soul, you obviously know that there's a rotation of skills for your classes. I mean, even within PvP Arena, there's that. Oh, you bitch! Got it that time. Oh, bitch. Oh, there you go. Hit me with my favorite skill. It's there. You have a build guide. In Black Desert, it's pretty much the same thing with hotbar skills. The only difference is that it plays more like an action game, and in regards to that, the only thing that I have faults for on any one of them is Blade and Soul's what do you call it? Its gamepad support is horrible, atrocious, it's ridiculously terrible. That's just the bottom line to it. Black Desert Online's, meanwhile, I think it's a little bit more refined in terms of it feels more like a successful implementation to make you feel like you could actually switch to gamepad. And when I'm playing a action-oriented game like Blade and Soul or Black Desert Online, I know some people are gonna argue about this, but I kind of just prefer to have a controller instead of, because it kind of starts to numb my hands, trying to keep up with the different buttons on the keys and the mouse as well. But that's a matter of opinion for people as well. But both of them have very good crafting combat systems. In order to complain about the combat system, you're oh shit, missing it. Oh, I know why I'm missing it. I know why. I want him to knock me down. So oh no, I don't want you to knock me down. Let's see if we can't fuck these two dudes up. Oh no! Oh, I didn't have enough. Yeah, I know why I was doing that. Man, he blocked my Rising Dragon. Like, no, bitch, you ain't getting no health back. They're different in regards to how they're executed. Like, for instance, there's a lot of situational combat that happens inside Blade and Soul, where it's like you're looking for triggered time events to occur in order to actually pull off certain moves. In my knockdown state, I have these moves. In my standing state, I have these moves. When I'm CC, I have these moves. A person's in the air, I have these moves. That's pretty much what it breaks down to. But keep in mind, even with that still in play, I still have to actually have those skills unlocked. So unless the conditional state is based upon my build of character, right? Ooh, blew him up. I love that. Like the bomb blow up is funny. Whoa. And Black Desert Online, it's a little bit different because you're looking at combos and so forth. Now both of them seem like they're meant to be enjoyed when you get mobs going on. And what I mean by that is, where the hell is this shit taking me? Well, I gotta go back. Fuck it, I'm not going back over there. Ooh, I leveled up. On a real, I wasn't even paying attention to leveling up. For the love of... Where is this quest? Let me see. Oh, all the way back in the Scorching Sands. Yeah, I gotta go back over there, so let's go over there anyways. I don't feel like traveling over there. It relies on more combo systems, but both of them seem like they really do elevate themselves more when they're played with multiple players instead of just you versus a single one or two NPC characters, whereas opposed to it feels more powerful when you fight like, you know, 2 or 3 more characters. We got a new message from the World Tournament over here. Let me see. So they want me to go do some more, win 1 match, and it wants me just participate in a duel. So we'll participate in a duel. I don't mind that. Let's turn in these quests first, though. I'll turn in the quest and then I'll participate in a duel. Get my ass kicked realistically. Oh wait, I got a daily spin over here too. I'm getting pretty close to that new uniform. Probably another 2 or 3 days. Another 2 or 3 days. Ooh, got me some of that dragons too. Alright, so I got that. Let's see, I got 85 to 100, so 15 more spots to go. Yeah, probably about another 3-4 days actually. Well, I got 1 more spin today. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Okay. I'm moving along in that. Let's also get our martial tomb up. I'm going to put it for PvE. I actually like that layout a little bit more than I like the PvP layout, to be honest with you guys. I don't know why, it's just the skills. What else did we have here? We got our survey, so let's take our survey. Ooh! Oh, a moon water key. Okay, let's confirm these. How do you describe your play experience of the Cinderland Zone? I'll say mildly interesting. There was areas that I liked and there was areas I didn't like. Like I didn't really like the Scorching Sands that much. It was really densely populated. In a lot of areas here, I felt like we were just battling other players too much for spawns. Now that one area that was really populated, I can't remember what it was called, that we went to after the Great Kiln or near the Great Kiln, was really populated with those shamans, the predators, and the demolishers, I think it was. I like that zone. I don't know. I'll say general combat. I like the shaman area and stuff. Yeah, they seem on par with the rest of the areas. I don't really know this one because I wasn't trying to complete it for time. I was just trying to complete it for recording videos, so my time is dependent upon that. They were normal. I didn't find them any more difficult than what I was already playing. I don't know. I'm somewhat satisfied. I'm definitely not dissatisfied, but I'm only somewhat satisfied because I'm seeing other characters like the Summoner and the freaking Assassin pull off abilities. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, especially the Summoner's punk ass with their freaking pet that becomes like a whole 2-on-1 battle with these motherfuckers. But where was I? So back to the combat system. Combat is just they're good on both ends, and you can't really compare and say, well, you don't like Blade and Soul or Black Desert because of combat for this. Let's look at that for instance. Gaul just basically broke it down to factional PvP play, and he was saying, well, if you like CC and then you'll like that shit. Well, you're a fucking idiot, because Black Desert Online also has arena battles as well. 1v1s, 3v3s, and 5-person arena battles, not to mention individual flagging for PvP the same way that you have inside here. Factional PvP and battle over nodes and so forth that you have here. There's 3 times a week in Black Desert Online where you have different large-scale activities. On the first day you have battles over small-scale nodes and stuff like that. Second battle in the middle of the week. He's a killer. Every time my character runs into one of these main story characters, I feel like a little bitch. He's getting fucked up. Like, come on.
I don't know why Jin Soyun keeps you alive.
She told you.
Send my regards to Master if you see him. What?
Tara.
I thought I told you many times not to cause any trouble in my inn.
Damn. Oh my gosh, he just ragdolled dude.
Lucian's compass?
Motherfucker Jedi the compass.
Oh dear, are you hurt?
Just a scratch. Nothing to worry about.
Oh, good.
What about me, bitches?
But if I see you causing trouble again, you're gone.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, right.
Mushin's compass points to Mushin's descendant. Does this mean she's the one?
Let me see. You didn't break anything, did you? It was so unexpected. I think my hands are still shaking.
Alright, so we got that. So Black
Now I've got bruises on bruises.
Yeah,
Thank goodness you and Yahara were here. Do you know that guy? I think he's the one who's been following me. I guess we're not the only ones looking for Mushin's legacy. That's awesome! Yes! You're my good luck charm. Do you think that guy will show up again?
Hell yeah,
That
he's
would
gonna show
be
up
bad. Really bad. I had no idea she was a martial artist. Did you see what she did to that guy? Do you think she'd help us? I don't know if she'd help me. Well, I owe her quite a bit of money, but she likes you. You should ask her. I'm counting on you, luck charm.
Okay, I'll ask her. I'm gonna ask her if she wants to do. So Black Desert Online has that factional PvP system or the guild PvP system, and they have the arena PvP system. So complaining about that and saying that something like that doesn't exist, or you know, the two when they're exactly the same in what they offer for PvP, is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, when we compare the games down to PvE, that's where the distinguishing differences become.
Are you injured?
Readily
The
apparent.
man who attacked you was shrouded in dark chi. I got the impression he knew who you were. How could someone betray the honorable Master Hong?
Because you're a
I imagine
dick,
you
that's
have
why.
a long
Not
and
you,
sad
but, like, not
story
her.
to tell. Yunhua, I do wish more guests would pay up front.
I got like 70 silver now. I'm still looking for that 1 gold. I gotta go back to this little chick. So when you get to PvE, I think that's where the real differences and comparisons between the two come. Not in PvP, because complaining about being CC'd in a guild battle or a war faction battle or arena can happen in here. I get CC'd by fucking assassins and summoners and just about every other class running around inside here. It's no different.
Ha! We've got the silver crest. Yes! You really are my luck charm. Everything is going according... Yonkai is after the legacy too. Gil might have learned some a fortune find you.
CCing is literally like a standard complaint of any MMO. So to complain about that is just ridiculously asinine. And the combat for any game changes depending upon your PvE play and PvP play. Yeah, it might feel like hack and slash. Like, it feels like hack and slash in the game right now to me. I only have to use 2 or 3 skills in here. Maybe I should be using more to do things that to increase my survivability. It's not really any different. The difference become PvE. What's offering more PvE content? Now you'll look at Black Desert Online and say that it's not offering that much because it's missing out on dungeons. Well, to be honest with you, these is if that's your complaint, these are some of the weakest fucking dungeons I've ever experienced in any game, and I'm gonna compare that to World of Warcraft. I'm gonna compare that to Guild Wars. I'm gonna compare that to ESO. These are not dungeon events here that feel like dungeons. These are mini instances of boss battles. That's what I feel like I've got going here. Nothing more. But then, you know, people are going to complain about that and say, well, it's not true. It's just the way that you're playing it. No, you're going to tell me that these dungeons compare to Guild Wars. You're going to tell me that these dungeons compare to raids inside WoW. It's not true. It's just not. You can't say that. Like, be honest about something. Being honest about something is one thing. Just outright lying about it is another. What am I doing right now? Participate in a duel. It's like, hold on, let me make sure that I'm not running around. Oh, wait a minute. What is this? Encroaching Shadows. Talk to Subak. Alright, so where is it? Gotta be upstairs. Yep, upstairs. So yeah, a little bit different there. But as you guys can see already, there's great differences, but there's a lot of great similarities. And it's going to basically come down to which ones you support the most. Both of them are rife with monetization, or at least, you know, at the comparing the Korean version to this version, they are rife with monetization. Look at this party finder right inside here. Let's see. What are we going to go do? Talk to Dahua. Do I actually need to... I'm hoping, you know what, it said it was hard, so I'm hoping that I'm not gonna fuck up here, because it said it was green, which means that it's supposed to be hard. Yeah, I probably should have partied up for that or whatever.
It's not working! It's not working!
Holy shit, that's a lot of motherfuckers.
Please try again.
Yeah, we're probably definitely gonna die for this. We're gonna need to come back. That's a
Your
lot.
weapon is damaged and needs repair.
Holy shit, my weapon! I forgot all about that bastard. Damn, homie. So you're gonna have differences in the two games, and I don't have a problem when people make fair comparisons to games, but when you're just talking out your ass and you really haven't played a game or really experienced it in order to properly compare two individual features, then maybe you should just not make a comparison, especially to put that opinion out there as though it's gospel and it makes things sound, you know, like that's actually what it is. Just be fair and honest about it. This is not what it is. I'm not so much a fan of Blade & Soul's PvE aspects as much as I am part of its PvP. I would probably only exclusively play Blade & Soul for its PvP, meaning specifically I think what everybody plays it for, and that's the let's actually get some motherfucking students here. My weapon's all fucked up though, so I should probably have repaired it. Can I repair that here? Is there a bonfire in here? Nope. Wow, there's nobody in here. Let's see if I can look it up in dungeon. Maybe there's a Shadow Strike in there. Yes, go to the dungeon line. I can't see once I complete my Kung Fu Master playing this game outside of the arena battles that they have, because that's where it really seems enjoyable the most to me, where you feel like you're really learning the combat system the most. That to me is where the game really shines the most. So I can see playing that quite a bit. However, when I look at its PvE especially dungeons and everything, I found them extremely lacking, extremely wanting. They're not very good, not in my opinion anyway. So, yeah, that's my opinion though. And I'm comparing that to my time played as, you know, wow, like there is no Shadow Strike in here, so I'm stuck looking for a party right here. I guess we're gonna have to wait till I find a party. That sucks. That sucks donkey nuts. But Black Desert Online, I feel there's a more immersive world that's going on. There's definitely a lot more going on with their crafting system, with their looking for party members. Let's find out what happens. Oh shit. So there's gonna be a lot more immersive world there, in my opinion, in Black Desert Online. I find it akin more to, like, you know, having to go in and play Guild Wars. There's a lot more immersive world. This world I don't find very immersive. The story is kind of like when I watch anime. I watch it for a hot season, and then it's good to go, and I'm done. There are 1 applicants for your party. What the fuck? Trying to pull up this. There we go. Like I'm trying to pull up the fucking party navigation or whatever. I don't know how many people we need for this shit, to be honest. RMTs. I hope he's not trying to talk to me. Let's see. Party finder, no. Dungeon finder. Man, is every channel just riffed with fucking RMTs? It doesn't say how many people is actually needed. The Shadow Strike, and it's like, yeah, okay. So there we go. We got another person. See if we can't get one more, I guess, or something like that. I don't really know what's going on over there that we need to do. But yeah, like you guys can see, my main point of that whole discussion right here during this video is just, if you're going to compare something, be a fair comparison about things. And actually be objective about them and not subjective. And definitely don't speak from a place of you don't know. Because if your explanation for things are you don't know this or that because of this, then it doesn't, because you've not actually played that in order to see it, then it doesn't make giving a fair comparison, because then you're not speaking on anything from a fair perspective. It's just you speaking from opinion and fanboyism, and I hate that. Like, you know, I wouldn't compare, I wouldn't make a comparison to say anything about, you know, Black Desert's combat system outright, because to be perfectly honest, I haven't experienced it all, and I haven't mastered it. I haven't been given enough time with it to actually experience it fully, as it relates to, you know, I didn't even realize this dude went out here already.
Had enough?
I haven't experienced to that extent, so it doesn't help for me to make that comparison on that level, because I'd be talking from an uninformed place, and that's not what I'm about. Combat system is the shining example of this game. It's the best part of this game, no doubt about it. I can't argue that. The game's been played for 4 or 5 years, and people love the combat system. But in that vein, it makes me feel like I'm preparing myself more for you know, a Soul Calibur RPG than I do feel like I'm playing a PvP, PvE, MMORPG. But then, like I said, I don't make that comparison to say it's just bad in PvP because I really do, and I did enjoy the factional play that I was playing. However, you know, hey go, you know what, we had a big segment there where I was just getting CC'd inside those factional battles. So if you like PvP, then, you know, in there, in those open worlds, you just like getting factional battles. Or I could just tell you the same way people would normally tell people, you know, when they complain about having PvP and PvE elements like Black Desert Online communities currently going through. You know what, if that's what you like so much, if you like arena battles, you like arena tournaments and stuff like that, go fucking play Street Fighter.
You cannot do that right
Go
now.
play, there's a whole shit ton of games that just focus in that one area where that's what you're playing, is arena battles, 1v1s, 2v2s. It's called Street Fighter. It's called fighting games.
Get ready!
Go play that, if that's what you're looking for. That's how stupid that argument sounds. It sounds just as dumb as anybody complaining about being in an MMORPG and not being, and just, you know, not just being PvE. It's literally that dumb. Oh! So this is a lot easier now with 2 people helping me out. I wonder if we need it more, but it doesn't appear that way. So that Force Master's ability is dick. That was this.
Action has started.
What is that?
You have made a bid in the auction. Has been made. You have withdrawn from the auction. Another party member has won the bid. All auctions have ended.
That dude's costume is outfit.
It's not working!
Force Master.
Burn!
I like it.
Had enough?
I like it a lot. Here's one thing I'm really looking forward to in this game, and like I said repeatedly, I'm looking forward to getting to level 45, and I'm looking forward to experiencing the PvP aspect of the game and trying to get better at that. Oh, it's the Masters. Of course, I can't read the shit that he's saying. Like, I think where Blade and Soul would have done exceptionally better in their terms of PvE is if everything was just dynamic and rewards in the area were just instant. Because to me, the game does shine a lot when you get to play with other martial artists or other characters in the world that are doing their martial arts and you interact with theirs. Then it's just like, that's the shit, that was kind of cool. When everything becomes this, run to this instance event, to this
A dynamic
event,
quest has begun.
You do these little different things, then it doesn't quite feel the same. Oh shit. Oh, I missed my fucking Roger kick. What the fuck? Fuck. Oh shit. We won! Well, we won. What? You left? You in position yet, though, huh? You can move a little fucking faster. Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna accept that party invite because I don't know if that... What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Yeah, I'm worried because I don't know if I could just leave and talk to him afterwards, you know, and But this is nuts. This dude is walking all the way down these stairs at about the pace of a fucking snail. Now he disappeared. What the fuck happened? I'm gonna assume I'm meant to leave here. Because he's not here. Let's see if he's downstairs. That was just ridiculous. Come on. What the fuck was that? Not down here, so I must need to just leave. I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. Oh wow. What's happening? Let's leave the party. Oh, what the fuck is going on? Alright, there you go. So, that... Yeah, you go ahead. Go ahead. What the fuck? No! No. What the fuck is going on? I just did it. I'm not doing it again. We literally just did that quest. Oh my god, what the fuck, yo? Alright guys, I'm just gonna end this here. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm getting annoyed. I'll figure out what's going on with this mission, Shadow Strike. Told me go talk to Duha at the end. Told me talk to him now, and all it seems like is I'm just stuck in an infinite loop trying to complete this quest. Alright guys, until next time, have fun.